Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry everybody. I was just getting a few things set up here. Hello everybody, Steven Stars here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, as some of you may know by reading the title, I have left GTA 5 roleplay in certain circumstances. I have left a particular, well actually technically I've left two communities. One I left several years ago, one I left recently. The one I left several years ago, I left on good terms and really appreciated how they were. Now, the other community, on the other hand, the other community was great and wonderful and everything like that. And then again, it also wasn't at the same time. And in this video, I'm going to explain some of it to you guys. Why I left it is simply due to several factors. Is the reason why I left the community. Is one of the bigger reasons I left that personal GTA 5 community was due to the sexist actions of some of the higher ups against females and their actions against them as well. Another reason why I left that RP community is because basically nobody's opinion was ever listened to. They promised you, oh, we're listening, we hear you, we know this, we know that, but at the end of the day, they did absolutely nothing fucking about it. They never actually listened to your words or nothing like that. So it's just a bunch of BS that we had to deal with from then on. They treated someone that I care a lot about very, very freaking poorly. They removed her from her high-ranking position for literally no reason at all, stating that the that the community was better off, you know, without her, and basically she was doing a shit job and her department was inactive. Which, granted, yes, the department in a way was inactive, but in other ways it was a very active department, and everybody worked together with it and everything like that. Everything else was smooth. Oof. And everything else, like, everything was going as it should have been for an RP community, especially a GTA 5 RP community. I'm sorry guys, this is a little bit more, this is different from most of my normal content, believe it or not. But these are just some of the reasons why I left that community. I will name that community toward the end of this video. A few of the other reasons why I left the community is because that community, it felt no longer like a home with everything else that was happening. It felt more like prison. It felt more like work because at the end of the day, just RP wasn't fun anymore, and we never really enjoyed ourselves. We lost interest. And just to let you guys know, I am reading comments, so if you do have any questions to ask, you can ask away and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Oh, shit. Anyway. But that community became more of a shitty place than a home. I mean, whenever I first joined it, it was a home, and then everything else just went, you know, horrible from there. Just like removing her from her high-ranking chief position to practically nothing, which, I mean, I understand why he did it. I mean, yes, I was in a high-ranking position with him, and, you know, I tried to prevent it from happening, but again, nobody listens to your words or your advice, so, you know, my words fell upon deaf ears, as they would say. And it's just some fucking bullshit how shit happened. That was close. But I left the community to hopefully find myself in a better environment than what I was in to begin with, and I have. I've joined a new community. So far the new community is amazing. full of a lot of love and stuff. I mean, we do have some minor issues in the community, but that just goes with any GTA 5 roleplay community. Is there's going to be some little problems and niches everywhere, but as long as everybody can work through it and work together, everything will be just fine. But so far, this community is working through them, and things are slowly getting fixed, and certain things aren't, but they'll get fixed in due time. Back to the community that I left. Another reason why I left it is also due to the fact that the ownership of the old community did not want to listen nor hear. Basically, they went on a hiatus and nobody's heard from them in about a month or more. So it's kind of a very shitty situation where the owners aren't even there to witness what the other higher-ups are doing, running the community into the shithole that it's going to become slowly. Granted, yes, things are looking a little bit on the up and up, but it's still just a downhill spiral at the end of the day. It's just one of them things that you just can't get around. And it's just a really horrible experience and all that. Hold up one second. Sorry about that. I'm pretty sure half of you guys didn't want to hear a train go by. Well, you can still probably kind of hear the clinking and thunking of it, but just the way they treated the community members and just the all-around horrible atmosphere and the demands from the higher-ups that no matter what you did, you know, you could never do it right even if you tried hard enough. Like, there was really no right nor wrong answer to it. At the end of the day, you know, we were all just, too much horsepower under the hood. Alright, quit trying to do freaking drifty donut spins. Okay, there we go. Anyway. Just the whole entire community was just, I don't know really exactly how to, ouch. I don't know exactly how to explain it. I don't know how to put that community into words, is how bad it got there toward the end where I finally left. Not to mention specific members were in other members' DMs. Basically the one member would state their opinions as you should be able to do in roleplay, but yet they didn't want to listen to the other half of the stuff behind it, and just basically just telling them how they felt and what they saw that he was doing wrong, and he'd just snap at them and pretty much verbally assault them and shit in DMs, which is really fucked up for what it is. Back. It's just a really bad time in that community, which is why I left partially. I have a few reasons of my own that I left that I am not ready yet to announce just yet on the community here. New changes are coming. I'm in a better place than I have been in a long time. This new community has done me some good. It's also done me some harm because there's certain times where roleplay just is kind of not fantastic, but everything with that's getting fixed, and it will be fixed shortly. But the new community is still 10 times better than the other place. And just, I'll just go ahead and I'll come out and say it. Just, the Phoenix community is right now a shell of its former self. The members they have in high-ranking positions are nothing but selfish pricks who know nothing other than how to control the department with their narcissistic ways. They want to come into people's DMs and start shit and start problems. They don't want to hear another person's fucking opinion. They gotta have it their fucking way or the highway. And they just make RP a really shitty place to be. Because then it ends up feeling more like a job than an actual, you know, an actual location. It's more of work than it is fun. And like with RP and an RP community, it's everybody's way of escaping reality. We get to play a whole different character and to live in completely different ways and just enjoy life for what life is. And sorry about that train, but that community got to the point where you could not escape reality. You could not play whatever character you wanted to play or do whatever you wanted to do for fun, because every time you try to do something that the higher up saw that was a little wrong or maybe slightly just messed up, like it was a whole heap of nothing but problems. It was really a disaster and a half what they did. And just the fact that the one higher up just blatantly came into a friend of mine's DMs and basically told them that they are useless, that they were this, they were that, which is just fucking wrong. Plus, Exia, or in Phoenix, they also changed their freaking rules again. Somebody in Exia is talking about me. But the other people within the community, like, don't get me wrong, a lot of the community members are fucking amazing people. Like, you get to know them, and it's, oh my god. I have so many friends from that community that I left that some of them I'm still in contact with. Most of them will no longer be in contact with me, but that's okay. But there was a lot of people in that community. They were just really amazing people. Just outstanding people, but it's just the freaking staff and the people they put into head of department positions that really should not be head of departments, because like half the time, like more than half of the other freaking department heads are either inactive or not there, but yet management won't do shit about them. But my friend makes one mistake and everything falls the fuck apart. Like seriously, like why? What about the other fucking department heads that you haven't done nothing about in like 6+ fucking years? I mean, but it's in the past now. I've left that community. I can firmly say now that, you know, Phoenix is like the people are great. Don't get me wrong. If you want to join and meet the people, go ahead. But like I wouldn't ever join back no matter what it fucking took. Like I would never go back to that community ever again. Due to the fact of how the higher ups acted and treated everybody, and just how everything else just panned out. It made things like really horrible. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments, because I'm periodically reading them. Well, reading them and trying not to crash, which is great. But just, I don't know what to do with that community anymore because of just how things have panned out. But that's why I clicked the leave button on every server and I left, is for malicious and wrong reasons. It's really sad. And then just the fact that they've decided to come through, and one of those people that I was talking about from that other community decided to nuke my fucking YouTube server, which fucking failed, by the way, because I have backups to backups to backups, bitch. I just relaunched and reloaded it, so it was never really fucking lost to begin with. You wasted your fucking time putting that bot in there to nuke it in the first place. If you are watching, just letting you know. And you know who you are. And I know who you are too. because you're a dumbass that forgot something about that. Is I know who nuked my server due to the fact that I know who had power to nuke my server. So you made a fucking mistake. Anyway, back on topic. I will be putting a invite link in the description of this video later for some of you guys to, well, actually no, I won't, because I don't want to take, well, no, I can do that. I'll basically, I'll put a link for you guys to come and join the new Discord server for my YouTube channel here, so you guys can come in and come and enjoy. Plus, I'm typically mostly active on Discord, so that's actually a really good place for you guys to come meet me, see me, hang out with me and stuff like that in VCs, and you know, have a good time, have a one-on-one experience with me. Because that's just the type of creator I am. I'd love to have the one-on-one experience with you guys. I'm not announcing the name of the new community yet. The name of the new community I'm in will be released at a later date whenever I am actually in session doing a live stream just like this one. There's also some personal life changes that are happening that you guys will not know as of any time soon. They will all be at a much later date if I do ever decide to release them to you guys, or by the time that I do release them to you, my wonderful subscribers and people who watch my channel, you will get to learn a few things, you know, some personal things about me, plus those of you who actually come and actually hang out with me in a Discord server, you'll get to have fun.
Guest services and the evidence from last night's debauchery will be cleaned right away.
I think he came back with Megan and Haley. Was he a real cop?
What a disaster. Here we go. That was a pretty good reward. Anyway, so a lot of things have never panned out the way I expected them to. I will probably be RPing tonight around 7 o'clock, so that's when you'll get to see my live stream or body cam, depending on if I'm running cop or if I'm going to be running fire. Probably going to be cop though, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to run fire instead, but you know, it is what it is. You know, you gotta have cops, gotta have civs. Although fire and EMS, in my opinion, is an important part of, you know, the community, but to them it doesn't really matter, you know, because they want cops and they want civs. But I mean, it's fun to play as a cop anyway, because you get to do some really cool stuff. That's some fun as a cop anyway, especially when you get to pull over some assholes, but or unless you get shot in the head by an idiot who drug you behind dollar pills. But hey, you know, that is what that is. Just, I've had a lot of there's also, guys, so sorry for the lack of content. I promised you guys so much content was coming, and I fell behind. I've gotten busy IRL again, and you know, I blame it on my mental state, but it's technically not my mental state's fault in a way, but it is in the other ways, because I'm dealing with a lot of other stuff IRL at the moment, and just I haven't been able to focus on content creation. But I promised you guys I would explain, you know, a little bit more detail why I left Phoenix, and there's a lot more stuff that I'm leaving unsaid because, again, just out of respect for certain members of the community, I'm leaving a lot of stuff unsaid. But there's a lot of things that I have stated that needed to be stated in the first place. I'm not going to name names again out of respect and defamation. Well, it's still not defamation though. But anyway, just out of respect for, you know, their personal shit. But it's just, it's pretty much like, why in the world, you know, would you do that? And, you know, I find it very fitting to end this short live stream back here at Station 7, where, frankly, a lot of my content that I have posted in the past with Fire EMS has been here at Station 7, because this is a community. Because this is a community that I have seen multiple times. Wait a minute, what was that? Okay. Okay, there we go. But I figured this here would be a fitting end, is at Station 7, where a lot of my older content, if you watched the stuff from back in XE, you know this here is one of the main fire departments that used to get ran all the time. And it's Station 7. I figured this here is a good place to end the video. But just to recap, just basically, if you want to meet some awesome people, Phoenix is where to go. But if you're actually looking for a great RP, there's other communities to join, because I wouldn't join Phoenix at all, due to the fact of how the higher-ups and certain members act. It's a real shame that I have to come out and say it. I really hate coming out and saying, because I did like Phoenix, and then, well, people had to play stupid and dumb games, and here we are posting a video, or technically a live stream about it, which it will be posted as a video later, so you guys can go back and watch it later on. But it's sad that the Phoenix roleplay community has not only let me down, but let down quite a few of the other members, because a lot of members have either left with me or is leaving because I left, and a few others are leaving because my friend also left. And it's a shame to see them all leaving the community, but it is what it is, and it's just how it's gonna have to be. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next live stream.